Welcome to On the Go with Amy Jo. Today we're at the 70 Soul Jam taking place at the Texas Station Hotel and Casino. We've got a blockbuster show prepared for you. We've got New Birth. We've got Cuba Gooding Sr. We have Harold Melvin's Blue Notes and also the Stylistics. Stay in your chair. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss a moment.
It's the Amy Jo Show.
As promised, you're watching On the Go with Amy Jo, and I have here with me the illustrious, the magnanimous, the amazing Mr. Cuba Gooding Sr. Cuba, you know what? It's been about 4 years since I've seen you. What have you been up to?
Well, I've been humble as pie until you gave me that introduction. Now my head has gotten a little bigger than it was before. Thank you very much for that introduction. I am fortunate enough to still be singing at the age of 66.
What about new music? Do you have some new music that you can share with us and people can find it?
Well, there is see, it's not like it was back in the 70s and 80s when I first started. I sang Everybody Plays a Fool in 1971, and on every other corner was a record store. There was no email. There was no Facebook. And the sale of CDs today has changed a little bit than it was before. You can't go to a mom and pop store. And so I have been recording to put music in movies. And I've been successful. That's why I know that my amphitheater in Mexico is going to be successful, because it will be Hispanic music and R&B, 70s music, maybe early 80s, but 70s music. Any musical artist who is still breathing, who dedicates him or herself or themselves to the melody and the lyric, that's who will play at Cuba Gooding's Amphitheater, located 3 blocks below the San Diego border in beautiful downtown Tijuana. Now, why did I do it there? Well, because Rush Limbaugh told me I shouldn't. And I decided that it was very important for me to bring the two countries together via music. Excuse me. Music is the common denominator between love, harmony, baby making, and humanity. Baby making. My pride and joy. If that boy hadn't said, show me the money, you wouldn't be interviewing me.
What I'd like to do is slow you down for just a moment, and I want you to expound a little bit on this new venture that's taking place in Mexico and around the world. I know the groundbreaking is November 1st, so tell us a little bit about it and give me a website where people can find more information. www.cubagoodigspyramid.webs.com. That's the website. We are opening with one of 3 artists the day after Thanksgiving. It'll be Smokey Robinson, Gloria Estefan, or Lionel Richie. And they will be featuring the main ingredient. You know, of course, we'll be the opening act. You have been performing for over 30 years. And I want to know, if there was one thing that you would have done different, what would it have been? Or would you have done anything different?
The main thing that I would have done different is to make sure I understood the concept behind recording for a major conglomerate like RCA or Motown or any other company, and not realizing the fact that the money that we were spending and wasting to do these recordings would one day come back and haunt us today. Because we didn't realize that the 70s music we were doing, the Everybody Plays the Fool, the OJ's music, the Stylistics music, New Birth music, all of this music for this concert that we're doing tonight has been around for 30 or 40 years. It's been in several movies. We should have known how to count that money, how to make sure if we had passed away like Al Goodman did of Ray Goodman and Brown, and like Ollie Woodson did with the Temptations. When these guys passed away, their contribution to the music, their children can't go and they don't even know how to reach for the money. Because we're still with Sony, which used to be BMG, which used to be RCA, we can go and tell them, hey, remember us? We are the ones who actually sang it. Hey, we're still breathing. Hey, why did you pay us? The contract wasn't just for the 3 years. The money comes in perpetuity. It's in every contract Jackie Wilson, Sam Cooke, Nat King Cole signed. So I know it was in mine.
So the idea was the struggles we had to go through in order to make today's corporation realize that we should be paid, so that we can raise children that may give music and happiness to the world as they are coming up. Okay? That money is due. And that money, we should have seen to it as adults. But we were kids. We just wanted to be on the radio. We did not know that at that time. So now, I'm sure there will be a bunch of lawyers and everybody else who sees this who say, well, why don't we help? How many of them are still alive? Well, they'll be working at Cuba Gooding's Pyramid Amphitheater beginning on Thanksgiving for at least 20 or 30 years while I'm alive, because I'm only 66 now. So I got at least 30 more years to go. I'm West Indian. And it's important that you realize the fact that the artists now who are still performing deserve to work in Las Vegas, like I am, deserve to work in South Africa, deserve to work in Germany, Canada, because the music never goes away. It's the melody and the lyric. Thank you for the interview.
And one more time, please give out that website so that people can find out when and where this is going to take place and be a part of it.
www.cubagoodings with an S. Pyramid.webs.com.
There you have it. I'll tell you what, remember this, it is called show business, and I agree with him. There is the show, and then there's definitely the business. If you are an entertainer or think you want to be an entertainer, make sure that you handle the business. Yes. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Stay in your chair. Don't go anywhere.
As for me, I'll catch you when you fall. Catch you when you fall. 'Cause your fall was just a stumble. Life is not through.
At the 70s Soul Jam, and I am standing here with the marvelous, wonderful Harold Melvin's Blue Notes, and I am surrounded by testosterone, right? It is truly a pleasure to be standing here with you gentlemen. You guys have been famous for decades, and I just want you to introduce yourself to my viewing audience, and I'm going to start here on my left with...
Oh, Tony Brooks.
John Morris.
Donnell Big Daddy Gillespie. And Rufus Thorne Jr.
Okay, and if you don't know this group, and I find it very hard-pressed to believe that, they are famous for songs like If You Don't Know Me By Now, Wake Up Everybody. I was going to break into a song, but I didn't want to embarrass myself. But I do want to ask you guys, what has it been like performing with this group? And I'll start here with you.
It's every night. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Carrying the legacy of Mr. Melvin and how he trained us to do what we do now. It's a blessing. Truly a blessing.
Okay. And what made you decide to get into the entertainment business as an artist?
Well, as a young child, it was discovered that I had a pretty good voice. And, growing up in the church, you know how mothers always are going to push you out there in the front to sing. And so I started in a holiness church, and here we are.
And we'll say like many years later. Go ahead.
For the girls. No, I'm playing. I'm just playing.
Okay, now you know that was the real deal right there. Okay, come on with it now. See, I was going to save you for last, but you're on hot seat right now. Of all the songs you perform with the group, what's one of your favorites?
Actually, there's two. I like Miss You and If You Don't Know Me By Now.
Yeah. My man, Flats, I tear him up, man. Yeah, and it's great because to think to be singing at this level right here. I mean, we actually go see the world. I mean, our job to put on tuxedos and go down in front of a bunch of screaming people. I mean, hollering our names. I mean, what better reason gives the entertainment field? And you asked us why? There you go. Yes.
Okay.
There's nothing better than doing what you love to do. Nothing better. I mean, people go to college to be doctors and lawyers, and even then, we've heard doctors, lawyers say to us that they always wanted to be entertainers. So it is a...
Yeah, may I say one more thing, too? I mean, one time we was performing, and these two people actually, remember, they were actually going to commit suicide, and after they saw our show, they was inspired. Remember that? They inspired our show, and they decided to live again. I mean, to be able to inspire people think like that, man, those are things you really, there's no dollars and cents worth in it. I think that right there must have been, actually, that must be the most significant reason to sing, because you can actually change the course of people's lives. Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, now, we've said the good side all about this industry. What's the most difficult and challenging thing for you as an entertainer?
I think the traveling. The traveling for me, it's we go all over the world, but we must travel because so many people want to be entertained. So many people want to see us. So we can't get to everybody, but only through the records and the videos that we can reach everybody. But if you come out and see the show, then you can feel it. Because Harold taught me, if you feel it, the people can feel it. And that's the way it is.
So there's the key. So being in the entertainment industry, most of us, myself included, we go to concerts. We listen to CDs and records and watch videos for entertainment to relax. What do you do? And I'm going to ask each one of you, what do you do to relax and enjoy yourself?
I'm a jazz fan. I'm a fanatic. Yeah. George Duke, Al Jarreau puts a message in my mind. That's how I relax.
And so is it music only, or do you have some other favorite hobby or sport?
Yeah, I can't talk about them, though.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Okay, he's throwing me off my game here. Okay, excuse me, young man. What do you do for recreation?
Well, I work out. I like to play basketball. And like Tony, I'm a jazz enthusiast. I love to hear jazz. And, when we're off, I try to find different places around the city of Philadelphia where we're from, different jazz spots. So that's what I do.
Okay, so here we come around the corner. Young man, what do you like to do to relax? Because I think everybody is interested to know what entertainers do for relaxation.
I love it that she said young man. Oh, man. We're actually not young men, but at heart. And what I do is just relax. I sleep, and I don't have any hobbies that I can say, but just regular. I like quiet and try to reflect. Yes, that's all. And my biggest love is this music. I'm the guy that gets up in the morning and I want to go to my job. You can't hold me back. I love my job.
I can see why. Man, thank you guys. This is so exciting. Okay, it's up to you. You got to close it out.
All right, well, what I do for relaxation, I ride my bike, I draw, and I shoot pool. And again, like he said, the biggest part of the day is to get together with my friends. It's just actually my family. I spend more time with them than I do at home, and it's always great to just be with the family out here. And to be interviewed by such lovely people as yourselves.
Thank you so much. He closed it out with a bang. And so you know what? I've got a little bit of entertainer in me as well. And so I'm going to close it out because I don't know if they're going to join me. But what I want to say is, if you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me. Ooh. Harold Melvin's Blue Note.
Wake up, everybody.
Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen.
gentlemen, they were fantastic. Stellar performance that they had tonight. You missed it. Don't miss it the next time they come in town. Thanks for joining us at the 70 Soul Jam at the Texas Station Hotel and Casino. I'm standing here with New Birth, and I'll tell you what, they had an outstanding performance. I wish I could share all the applause that we saw on the inside. I would like for you guys to introduce yourselves. Please say your name.
I'm Kenny Gilmore.
I'm Jill Hamilton.
Melvin Wilson.
Leslie Wilson.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys did a great job out there, and I've been asking you, what is your most favorite song that you sang? Does everybody have a different song?
I can't pick a favorite. I like them all because they're always popular for us. So there's no favorite for me.
Well, one thing about it, when we have music like the ones that you guys play, it stays forever and ever, and it's timeless music. And so what makes it timeless?
Well, it's because it started in the 70s, and they were good songs. My favorite, It's Been Such a Long Time, because it was a song about someone I loved, and my heart got broke. And I hadn't seen her for a long time, so that's how that came about.
And one of the biggest things, he wrote it.
Yes.
Now, I know whoever broke his heart is so sad that you did that. But guess what? It made you $1 million, right?
Yes, it did.
So you said that Wildflower was your favorite song, right?
Yeah, it was. I'm new to the group. I'm one of the newest members, so I grew up listening to it, so it's an honor for me to be singing it with them now.
Yes.
I love it.
And so what brought you into the entertainment business?
My mom. I've sang all my life.
Okay.
And so it's just a blessing to be a part of something, that the kind of music that lasts forever. And it does. I think our music speaks to all generations, all situations.
Yeah, it definitely does. And by the crowd that's in there tonight, you guys really represented well. So I wanted to ask you also, what is your favorite song?
My favorite song, I guess, is Wildflower, that gets the people going all the time. Mm-hmm. Without a doubt, I know it wasn't the biggest seller, but Mr. Dream Merchant was, but Wildflower was always the crowd biggest, that's the hype song,
Well, it's the most popular song. Wildflower.
So are you guys tired from performing?
Just a little.
Just a little. I'm gonna put them to work. Okay. So let me get some harmonies together here. Let's do something together here. I can follow. You started out.
What you want me to say? She's faced the hardest times you could imagine. Let me go here. Let her cry, for she's a lady. Let her dream, 'cause she's a child. Let the rain fall down upon her.
She's a sweet and gentle flower growing wild.
Yes, sir.
Woo! New Birth. I'll tell you, you guys, thank you so much. And I appreciate that because no music, unrehearsed, you guys really put it down. Thank you so much. It is my pleasure. Do you guys have a website you want to share with everyone?
Yes, it's www. I love that young man thing. You cool with me. It's www.thenewbirth.com. Then you can check us on YouTube, The New Birth.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. You never know who's going to be here. Stay with us.
Never know.
Winsome West Apartments. We're right where you need to be. Our community is close to schools, shopping, great restaurants, and has easy access to bus lines. Stop by to view one of our spacious and affordable apartments. We've got all the amenities you're looking for. We're located at 5050 Duneville, right off Tropicana between Jones and Decatur. Can't stop by? Give us a call at 364-1236. That's 364-1236. Winsome West Apartments, right where you need to be.
We're backstage at the 70s Soul Jam, and I'm here with a young man who has something that he'd like to share with you. First, young man, tell us your name.
Stephen Smith.
And wow, did you hear that voice? Oh, my goodness, do that again.
Stephen Smith.
That's awesome. Well, did you enjoy yourself this evening?
Yes, I did. I really enjoyed myself. All the groups was fabulous, fantastic. I can't say which one was better than the other because they all were great. They all was great, and the sound was awesome. The harmony was magnificent. The band was just fabulous. I just really enjoyed everything about the show tonight.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Stay with us. We've got a lot more coming. Right up, we're going to be talking to the Stylistics. It's time for a quiz. Betcha by golly, wow, you're the one that I've been waiting for forever. Now tell me, who made that famous? None other than the Stylin' Stylistics. Come on, guys, join me. Woo! I know, that's a little intimidating to do that. Okay, let's get positioned here. Right in the middle. There you go. You guys put on a great show. Move on up here just a little bit. Okay, and I'll move back. Is everybody in the picture? Okay. Well, I want to say that you guys knocked the roof off the Texas station tonight. Everyone that has come back has said great, great things. They've really enjoyed the show. I want you guys to individually introduce yourselves and say how long you've been singing.
My name is Eban Brown, and I've been singing at least 25 years, maybe.
He's a baby. Newbie.
My name is Herb Moreau. I've been doing it now for like 42 years.
Amazing. And that voice, wait a minute. Okay, now tell me, what is that?
Baritone.
All right. What's your name?
I'm Arian Love, and I've been singing with the Stylistics for 42 years.
Wow. We're going to talk about longevity in just a moment, but I don't want to forget this young man here.
My name is Van Fields, and I've been with the Stylistics for about 11 years, but I've been singing for about 35 years.
See.
Yeah, I've been with the Stylistics as well, 10, 11 years. But personally, I've been singing for a long time.
Still a baby. I was right about that. And so when I look at this, I say there's longevity in this group, there's longevity in your careers, and I want you just to share with my viewing audience a little bit about what it takes to stay in the business of show business.
Well, first of all, you got to have a love for what you do without putting a dollar on everything, because that's not how we started. You know, it wasn't. You didn't have to pay me to pick up an instrument or sing. You know, because it was just pure love. You know.
And I think you're the senior in the singing here, but that's all right, because I really like that voice. So share with us, what is the key to your longevity?
We've been blessed from the off-start with our recording career of being associated with great producer, great songwriter, and the likes of Tom Bell and Linda Creed that gave us the songs that, you know, that people know us for, Betcha by Golly Wow, Stone in Love with You, You Make Me Feel Brand New, and so on. And people kind of gravitate to those songs and love those songs. We've been blessed by the grace of God to be able to still do those songs till this day.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely amazing. And in your humble opinion, what is the key to longevity?
Well, you have to be needed.
Okay.
Because if nobody was still interested in your music or wanted to see you, then we would not be here. but it's because of our fan base and the people that's been following the Stylistics for 40-something years, and now their children are following us, and I think it's them that keeps us alive and keeps us out there in the forefront.
Well, he said all of what I was going to say. Really, it's a combination of the hit records. You got to have records that everybody are familiar with and love, and they've been blessed, and I've been blessed through them to sing these beautiful songs around the world. Everybody loves them, and that's I think two of the keys to longevity.
Thank you so much for that. So, when you began singing, what made you say, "I think I can do this"?
Oh, when I was a kid, I used to see Frankie Lyman and the teenagers, and I just loved the way they did it, and I'll try to imitate them, and I just practiced until I convinced myself that, hey, I can do this.
And the reason I ask that is because sometimes people have talent and they don't really know what to do to go to the next step. So how do you move from, I like this, I think I can do it, into actually doing it?
Wow. Well, so much has changed now from the way that we did it 40-something years ago. Now you can basically put out a record and don't have to be a great singer. With the internet and just that whole industry there, you can record something and put it out yourself and sell it. Whether it's successful or not is another story. But you don't need a big major record company behind you to get your product out there. So things have changed now than 40 years ago.
Well, we think about the electronic age and the dynamics of that, what it's done to the music industry. Is there still room for stars like yourself to continue to create and to grow and to make money?
Oh, of course. The creativity of it never stops because you always have musical thoughts running around in your mind, you know what I mean? And with what's happening now, like Aaron was saying, with the advent of the internet, it gives you a chance now to get more into yourself as a group and as a singer, to create your own stuff and put it out there. And our stuff comes through, thestylistics.org, which is our site that tells, where our dates are, what music we got coming out, all those advents. So it's the creative source is always there, like Arian said.
We're at the 70s Soul Jam backstage at the Texas Station Hotel and Casino, and I have two lovely individuals here with me, and they're going to give their opinion of tonight's show. First, tell me your name.
Audrey Austin.
Greg Austin.
Okay, what did you think about this show, and tell me what was your favorite?
One word, outstanding.
Earl, what was your opinion of the show tonight?
Girl, that's all me. That is all. It's professional, it's old school, it's fun, it's the songs that we know and love. And these guys, every act was on top of their game. It was great, fantastic. I really enjoyed myself. I had a great time.
Thank you so much for joining me today. You're watching On the Go with Amy Jo. And if you would like to know more about who we are and what we do, go to our website at www.cornerforsuccess.com. As I say today and always, success is a choice. Change your mind, change your life.